did this thing that I would never, ever, 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 ever do or think about, was fell in love. Come to this little hamlet in south of Melbourne, in Victoria. And it creates this whole future I never, ever, never, ever knew. You know, there was no existence. When I was living in Sydney, I was doing what I was doing. I was going to work, knock off. Made sure that Dr. Phil and Oprah were on. There was no culture. You know that old saying that behind every great man, which I am, right? Really, really great. There's a great woman. Really, 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 really great woman. And that's who she is. So we're just sort of partnership. And it's a lot to do with Francis that I took on, reclaiming my identity as a Maori. Didn't even know how to say that. I always just used to say Maori, you know, which I'd never ever liked to own, that I was a Maori. In the last 4.5 years, I think I've been down here. As you get older, Maoris have this thing about a title. I think it's like a title. And it used to be funny when I was a kid, growing up in the Uraweras, from where my people come from. You see all these komachu sitting on the pai, which is in front of the marae. We have these meeting houses where we, as a community thing, where we have funerals, 21st, a lot of celebrations in there. And then coming down to Geelong, over in the last, within the last year and a half, I think I've got given that, or expressed an interest. I said, why don't you be our komachu? But I thought I wasn't old enough, I wasn't wise enough, and they would want me to do stuff. And one thing I learnt out of that is don't open your mouth up, because I actually become president of the club. I had no interest in watching kapahaka, mariachi, and so I thought they were boring. You know? And I was mesmerised by the kids. We have 4 young kids in the front row that really that knock the show off, right? The parents at the back, we can be as flat as hell, but you know, and we don't even. Somebody's going that way, and then somebody else is going that way when it's meant to be up here. You know? But the kids, you know, they draw those mistakes away from us. So that's a great thing I've also seen, how kids absorb their blotting paper. And the club itself, I was not one for friendships. I have this thing, I'm a loner. I drift in life by myself. And I can do that. But what Arahina has, and the Maori community that I'm inside of Arahina, has done was actually, you know, I know now I have people that I can turn to. You know, I don't have to do the hard yards by myself. So it's not only a kapahaka group, it is what we call Whanau, which is family, the essence of family. And we still, to me, I'm just ordinary Fred, just walking around being a wombat like everybody else, you know, trying to be a wombat, you know. So people looking at this and talking about, and I'm going on about Geelong, my existence is a lie because I come to a place called Geelong.